Guzan gets 15 hold. 2026 World Cup bid to be fast-tracked. Orlando gets a World Cup qualifier. Dutch take another sip of Advocaat. Monaco attempt the impossible. And Robert Kovac is a real-life superhero, I promise. Good morning, I'm Darryl Grove and you're listening to The Goalmouth. It's Tuesday, May 9th, so a very happy birthday to Atletico Madrid and France striker Kevin Gameiro. Life begins at 30, mon ami. Up first, close your legs, Brad Guzan, close your legs. Playing for Middlesbrough on Monday, the US keeper was nutmegged not once, not twice, but 3 times by Chelsea players as the soon-to-be Premier League champions beat Borough 3-0. You heard that right, every single goal went between his legs. That result means Chelsea can finally claim their inevitable Premier League title by beating West Brom on Friday. It also means that Borough and Guzan are relegated. The good news is that Guzan won't be going down to the Championship with Middlesbrough. He'll be joining Atlanta United this summer. So starting in, say, June or July, you can expect MLS strikers to be taking aim at the big gap between Guzan's feet. David Villa's going to love it. In better news for the US and 12.5% each good news for Mexico and Canada, the joint NAFTA 2026 World Cup bid is expected to be fast-tracked at the FIFA Congress in Bahrain this week. The vote is on Thursday. That means there may not even be any rival bids for the 2026 World Cup, which would make winning the bid very, very easy. But just to give FIFA something to vote on, I say we put together a last-minute rival goalmouth bid. Games will be held in George's dining room, Brooks's basement, Taylor's backyard, my apartment, we have one spare room, and in Ryan's hatred of the MK Dons, which will host the final because it's by far our biggest venue. In more short-term hosting news, Orlando City's magnificent new stadium will host the US men's national team's final home game of the World Cup qualifying hexagonal, which is against Panama on October 6th. Given that the US currently has 1 win, 1 draw and 2 losses, that's losses spelled with an umlaut over the O, by the way, there's a decent chance this game is a biggie. So cheer loud, Orlando. Cheer loud. Speaking of managerial changes after disastrous starts to the World Cup qualifying, the Netherlands! In a Bruce Arena-like move, the Netherlands have appointed 70-year-old Dick Advocaat as head coach for his 3rd spell in charge. His task this time will be to somehow fix the broken clockwork of the Orange and get them to the World Cup on time. It won't be easy. UEFA qualifying is halfway through and the Dutch are 4th in their group. Advocaat will have help from his new assistant, Ruud Gullit, who brings his half-season of MLS experience to the table and has proposed a bold strategy of finishing bottom of the group so that Netherlands get first pick in the draft for the 2022 World Cup. That last part is not true. Gullit still doesn't know what the draft is. Champions League is on today. It's Juventus hosting Monaco in the semi-final second leg. But with Juve 2-0 up after the first leg and Buffon, Chiellini, Bonucci and company apparently unbeatable, this one feels like it might be over before it even begins. Honestly, I'd really only recommend this if you want to see what world-class defending looks like or if you're interested in seeing what Paulo Dybala can do to Monaco on the counter. Probably very bad things from a Monaco perspective. If something unexpectedly dramatic happens, George will tell you all about it tomorrow. Finally, some soccer superhero news. Former Bayern and Croatia centre-back Robert Kovac, now assistant manager at Eintracht Frankfurt, spotted a 28-year-old man robbing a 72-year-old man and running off with €40. But Kovac has still got it, so he ran after the thief, tackled him, then handed him over to the police. The 442 story I read didn't say that Kovac slide tackled the thief, but that's how I'm choosing to picture it. Bravo, Robert. This also gave me an idea. Instead of Marvel and DC keep coming up with heroes with weird superpowers, how about a comic book or movie or maybe even a Netflix special about a team of soccer players who use their actual skills to fight crime and or alien invasions? You could have Clint Dempsey staring at people until they explode, Sergio Ramos' head rescuing people at the last minute, Gigi Buffon protecting younger people with an invisible force field, and N'Golo Kante magically increasing the talents of everyone around him, and Brad Guzan being able to transport any object through the magical hole between his legs. That's all from me today. If you have your own soccer superhero ideas, please tweet them to @thegoalmouthpod. And if you care to leave us an iTunes review, that would be great. We're at 188 reviews right now. We'd love to get to 200. Even better, spread the word about Goalmouth by introducing a friend to the world of morning soccer news podcasts. George Qureshi will be with you tomorrow, so I'll leave you with today's Goalmouth top tip. If you're planning on robbing someone today, first ask yourself this question: can I outrun Robert Kovac?